Well, greetings, friend. Welcome to the Lee. Why don't you grab something to sip on, some artwork, and let's get started. Well, happy Monday. Father, would you anoint the work of our hands, sanctify our imaginations, and set them to flight to bring joy to you and one another and heaven on earth, in Jesus' name. Well, we're going to work on the paper piece. I'm going to. I wonder what you're working on today, or if you're just watching. So I'm going to get out my tape and glue, and then I have a few pieces on this here that I don't want to lose, so I'm going to slide those on here. I hope you're having a good day. The Lord bless you right where you're at today. The Lord elevate your thoughts, mind, will, and emotions to His today. And I'll accept that too. Okay, here's where we left off on this piece. By the way, Christmas tree is up. I just put this up today and put the decorations on it. So happy almost Thanksgiving and soon to be Merry Christmas. I thought we needed to celebrate. I've got Esther, Daniel, and Ezekiel back there as well. I'm just making room. Get out this other glue. And then I'm going to go ahead and put you down and see if we need to switch anything up. I think this is probably good. Okay. I think I'm going to look over here in the bin to see if anything catches my eye. And then we'll look at some of the pieces I had left over from last time we were working on it. I don't know if we want any silver foil. Got a gum wrapper here, a Trident gum wrapper. We already have that tent. I don't know that we want this on here. I'm noticing some spots where glue got on here by accident, so we're going to have to do something about that. Might need to cover it. We'll see. So right now, I'm looking for anything that stands out to me that I could put on here. I keep all the little pieces that I tear off and cut off in all the different shapes, and it helps with creating these pieces. So I've got a small piece of, two small pieces of my grandma's card there that I already have a piece on that one. We'll see if they can go anywhere. And I realize I don't need to put anything down, but I might want to. So this piece is a collection of some pieces stuck together. We're going to set that on there too. Sometimes those pieces fit nicely. Got another one. I don't know if we'll use it, but it's got a piece stuck to it. Okay, I think we'll start with what we have now. And I'm going to pause for a minute here and take a sip of coffee. So cheers, l'chaim. All right. I had some little pieces here. Then I had this one. That's another card that my grandma had given me. Um, so I'm just going to play around with some of this and see where I get to with it. We've got more of this foil as well, the candy wrapper, silver on one side, gold on the other. I think we want any more of that. I guess I'm going to have to go back to looking in this bin for some more pieces and some ideas. And that's a big piece of the card. I think I'll set that down. And I've got two pieces that I'm interested in looking at. So let's see, I don't know what we could do with those on this piece. Also got this piece here. Let's see if there's anything here. Found something like that, and I found this one. The places where I want to put this are kind of covered. I mean, they would be covered, it would be covering things up. So I don't know. Well, we could cut it shorter. Could go there. Could do this one here. Or bring it down here. So if I try different things, it'll get my imagination going. And that will help me to decide whether to go with it. So right now I'm just going to lay these things down. this piece here, it looks like it looks like a house with a chimney. I don't know if you can see it there, but like a house like this, like oh, like the roof portion and then a flat section. And I am just thinking about using it. So I'll have to see. Might belong on another piece and not this one. I have this big piece of the card here, and this is stuck to it, but you might be able to get this off. Oh yeah, it came off. I like that side, but I also like that side, so. Bringing this piece over here to see if it would make the tree look a little bit better. I would probably need to rip it so that you could see the rip on the white on this side. So far, I feel like it's not totally working. I kind of liked it over here. Then we've got this piece here, or like that. Let's see. That won't work. I think today I'm going to be trying a bunch of different pieces again. Just seems like I'm getting ideas, but not quite there yet. So that means keep looking. Another piece of the card. We'll go ahead and set that out here. Kind of fun to sift through. I think I want that one. I like to look in the crevices too because pieces fall in there. Well, see something like this. Wondering what would happen. Where did that little house piece go? Can't go there. I think we'll have to set that aside. So far today, I'm seeing a lot of ideas, but nothing is quite for this piece. I'm gonna look again over here. This tree piece. All right, well, this is so interesting. I'm not finding anything right now. So I'm going to stop for a few minutes. Maybe we'll come back to it. Hopefully we will. If not, there's always another day. But I'm going to take a sip of my tea here. Oh, my drinks are kind of far behind me. I had things moved so the tree could be here beside me. Okay. I'm going to grab my notebook and my Bible and my notes here. Well, let's go ahead and start the encouragement section off with where we're at in Job. We are on Job 11. Father, would you give us eyes to see, ears to hear, and hearts to comprehend your word? Would you sanctify our emotions and clean our filters so that we might hear and see what you're saying to each of us and to us as a whole? In Jesus' precious name I pray. Okay, so Job 11. Then Zophar the Naamathite answered and said, should not the multitude of words be answered, and should a man full of talk be vindicated? Should your empty talk make men hold their peace? And when you mock, should no one rebuke you? For you have said, my doctrine is pure, and I am clean in your eyes. But oh, that God would speak and open his lips against you, that he would show you the secrets of wisdom, for they would double your prudence. Know therefore that God exacts from you less than your iniquity deserves. These are some strong, rebuking words that Job's friend is hurling at him. Can you search out the deep things of God? Can you find out the limits of the Almighty? They are higher than heaven. What can you do? Deeper than Sheol, what can you know? Their measure is longer than the earth and broader than the sea. If he passes by, imprisons, and gathers to judgment, then who can hinder him? For he knows deceitful men. He sees wickedness also. Will he not then consider it? For an empty-headed man will be wise when a wild donkey's colt is born a man. Wow. If you would prepare your heart and stretch out your hands toward him, if iniquity were in your hand and you put it far away and would not let wickedness dwell in your tents, then surely you would lift up your face without spot. Yes, you could be steadfast and not fear, because you would forget your misery and remember it as waters that have passed away. And your life would be brighter than noonday. Though you were dark, you would be like the morning, and you would be secure because there is hope. Yes, you would dig around you and take your rest in safety. You would also lie down, and no one would make you afraid. Yes, many would court your favor, but the eyes of the wicked will fall, and they shall not escape, and their hope, loss of life. Let's go on to chapter 12, where Job is going to answer. Then Job answered and said, no doubt you are the people, and wisdom will die with you. But I have understanding as well as you. I am not inferior to you. Indeed, who does not know such things as these? I am one mocked by his friends, who called on God, and he answered him. The just and blameless who is ridiculed, a lamp is despised in the thought of one who is at ease. It is made ready for those whose feet slip. The tents of robbers prosper, and those who provoke God are secure in what God provides by his hand. But now ask the beasts, and they will teach you, and the birds of the air, and they will tell you, or speak to the earth, and it will teach you, and the fish of the sea will explain to you. Who among all these does not know that the hand of the Lord has done this? In whose hand is the life of every living thing, and the breath of all mankind? Does not the ear test words, and the mouth taste its food? Wisdom is with aged men, and with length of days understanding. With him are wisdom and strength. He has counsel and understanding. If he breaks a thing down, it cannot be rebuilt. If he imprisons a man, there can be no release. If he withholds waters, they dry up. If he sends them out, they overwhelm the earth. With him are strength and prudence. The deceived and the deceiver are his. He leads counselors away plundered and makes fools of the judges. He loosens the bonds of kings and binds their waist with a belt. He leads princes away plundered and overthrows the mighty. He deprives the trusted ones of speech and takes away the discernment of the elders. He pours contempt on princes and disarms the mighty. He uncovers deep things out of darkness and brings the shadow of death to light. He makes nations great and destroys them. He enlarges nations and guides them. He takes away the understanding of the chiefs of the people of the earth and makes them wander in a pathless wilderness. They grope in the dark without light, and he makes them stagger like a drunken man. And I think we'll stop there today, so I'll make a note of it. This reminds me of something today. Sometimes we are rebuked by our friends and family because we are not seeing clearly, and they are right. But sometimes we're reviled or rebuffed, and God sees our heart and they are not right. Sometimes uh, it's always good to submit ourselves to God and ask Him if there's any truth in it or we could learn anything. But I'm looking in my notebook for something to share with you. Something that happened today. I was going over something with somebody, and at the end, there was a prayer that was prayed over us. And at the end of the prayer, my eyes were closed and I saw a vision. So we were dealing with some serious matters, and we had been working for a while through some things to see what was going on in a situation. And I closed my eyes, and at the end of the prayer, I had a vision with my eyes closed. And what it was is it was the Kool Aid Man, the pitcher, with the big smile. He was kind of turned to the side, and he was full of joy and just happy. And that was that was the initial thought that came to me, is celebration, refreshment, joy. And it was odd because I haven't thought of the Kool Aid Man. I did used to drink Kool Aid when I was a kid. But so I saw that, and I thought, and I stopped and I said, Lord, why are you showing me the Kool Aid pitcher dancing? And immediately I thought of drinking the Kool Aid, but I was like, but that was a positive thing. I could tell you were telling me something positive. So I prayed. I pressed in and asked the Lord to reveal more to me about why, because I didn't come up with it from my own head. I wasn't trying to see anything. And just to let you know, I'm sharing this with you so that you begin to pay attention to the things you're getting from God. I used to not know that I was having visions because they were kind of far off, maybe a little bit more muted, like through a veil in the spirit realm, because I'm being shown something in the spirit and I'm not seeing completely um, uh, everything around me. So I just want to share that with you, so that you pay attention to what's actually being shown you. Um, and so I just felt happy to be done with the work that was being dealt with, and because I had had to really press in for a time with something God was teaching me and someone else. But you know what? I just looked in a little bit to what the idiom for drinking the Kool-Aid is. I know what it comes from, but I just wanted to get more of an insight. And as I read that, the Holy Spirit made me aware of why He showed me the Kool-Aid pitcher. He said it was two things. Number one, that all the things I was praying about and doing, He showed me that I was no longer drinking the Kool-Aid. I wasn't believing the lies. I was no longer lining up with the lies from my past and things I was taught, whether it's something on purpose or most of it was stuff it was ignorant. But ignorance isn't an excuse. Eventually, you have to find out what's going on. So he was telling me, "You're not drinking the Kool-Aid," and at the same time, he was telling me, "But I'm refreshing you and celebrate. So I just wanted to share that with you, because the Spirit often uses pictures, and it was all unexpected, but a blessing. So I hope that is some good encouragement for you. And again, when it comes to dreams and visions and impressions and words spoken to us or written, seen, that's why I pray for our imaginations to be sanctified and for our emotions to be sanctified and the filters clean so that we can hear and see what God says. Now, in the past, I would have thought of drinking the Kool Aid and started looking for something to fix in me. And you know what? It might have been right to some degree, but I'm finding out more and more that God is usually telling me, um, well, either he's exposing something in somebody or some situation so I can see the truth and get away. It's it's different than I used to use these things to kind of persecute myself. Always look for the bad. Now, I believe it's wise to submit oneself to the Lord for correction and instruction. And that's what I was doing that whole time before. And the Lord was answering me by saying, you're not even drinking the Kool-Aid anymore, and you can rejoice and be refreshed. So, what a blessing. I pray that you would begin to pay attention to the burning bushes that you're seeing and sensing that God, because God speaks to us all differently, and we have different unique gifts, and each of us is just as important and special as the next. And as a whole, we are just as we're on the same level. We're equally as unified and needed together. So I'm trying to think of the word, and equally special. So I guess what I'm trying to say, there's some humility in being special too, because each one of us is. And what I found, is that things started changing for me when I realized that I was loved and I was special and unique. Then you don't have to stand out from the crowd. Then you can blend in and be in the background. Then you don't have to get the attention or even sometimes the connection with people, because you realize that who you are comes from who God says you are, both in his written word, spoken to us, and revealed in our lives. And there's not one person more important besides Jesus Christ, the Son of God. He has the name above all names, but he is also our brother. All right, that's enough of me talking at you. I really want to do some more work on this piece, but I don't know if I'm going to do that today. I just also want to let you know in advance that I don't think, unless the Lord changes my plans, I don't think I'm going to do a video on Thanksgiving on Thursday. But if that changes or the Lord prompts me to do something, well, then I'll put something out. But as of right now, I'm not planning on doing that. And I don't think I can force this piece today, so we're going to leave it. I hope you got something done if you're working on a piece of artwork, but I hope I brought you some encouragement and some joy. Well, friend, thank you for stopping by the Lee. The Father loves you, and I love you. I'll see you again, hopefully tomorrow. Bye-bye.